Hi, it's AlaskaGranny. If you have an RV or a travel trailer, you need to be absolutely sure that you check out your fire safety equipment. Your travel trailer or your RV is made out of 80% combustible materials, and you may not have all of the options to evacuate like you would out of your home. You're in a smaller space, fires can be extremely dangerous, and you need to be fully aware of what you need to do if you're in an RV or a travel trailer. By law, RVs and travel trailers must include a fire extinguisher. Now, fire extinguishers come in 3 classifications: A, B, and C. The A is for combustibles, the B is for flammable liquids, and the C is for electrical fires. You need to look carefully because if your RV has one like mine, it's only rated for B and C. It's rated for like grease fires in your kitchen or electrical appliances. If you look at your RV, it's 80% combustibles. While this is a great fire extinguisher to have, it absolutely should not be the only one that you have on board. If you look this over, it doesn't even have a gauge on it so that you can know if it's still active or not. It does have a little green button and it says push the button, and if it springs back up, it's still good. But that to me is, I'm not exactly sure how far down you push it, what should it look like, or if that's even working. This to me, while it's handy to have it, it's not exactly what I would consider the appropriate amount of material or the appropriate contents to put out what could be a catastrophic fire in an RV. If you've ever seen an RV fire, they go up in an instant. Everything catches on fire, flames pour out of the roof, and they are pretty much destroyed in a matter of minutes. So you want to make sure that you really pay attention for your own safety. That's why I also bought this fire extinguisher. This one is rated A, B, and C. It clearly has a gauge that you can see if it's still charged, if it still works, and if it's still going to be good and safe. It also has far more contents that could help you put out a fire if you needed to. If you ever need to use a fire extinguisher, you need to remember pass, pull, aim, squeeze, and spray. And you spray at the bottom, at the base of a fire, never at the top where the flames are, because you want to put out the fuel down at the bottom. So you pull out the pin, aim at the fire, squeeze the handle, and spray. You can do the same with this. Pull the pin, aim, squeeze, and spray. Did you ever realize that the contents inside of a fire extinguisher can actually settle, especially if you're traveling and they're shaking along like this? Just like if you're filling a jar with rice or beans and you can't quite fit it all, and you tap, 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 and the rice and the beans settle down a little more, and then you can add more on top. Well, guess what? That's what's happening in here, and then you could end up with your contents all settled on the bottom and the gases that would spray them on the top, and then when you go to use it, there's nothing for it to spray. To maintain the full useful potential of your fire extinguisher, every few weeks or once a month, you need to turn it over. And then you need to bang on the bottom. You can even use a rubber mallet if you want. You want to shake up the contents and get them spread out again. Shake it around, bang on the bottom. And that's just maintenance that you need to do so that you get the full use out of your fire extinguisher. You might think just shaking along is good enough, but it's not. It's settling it. You have to turn it over. Shake it, bang on it, shake it and bang on it, and get the contents all stirred back up. Make sure after you shake it up that you put it right back into the hanger, and that you hook up the clips, and that you understand how to clip and unclip it from the holder so that you can get it off in a time of need. What else do you need to know to be safe in a fire? You need to know where your emergency exits are. Some of your windows should be marked exit. Never take that label off. Know that the red signals to others that that is the emergency lever. Look through your guidelines, look over the latches, and make sure that you understand, because you may only have seconds to save your life. Then you need to make sure that everyone in your trailer understands how to use it also. Every family member, every friend who would stay with you, make sure that they understand where those exits are and how to use them in an emergency. Your RV or travel trailer should also have a fully functional smoke alarm. Make sure that it's functional, that the batteries are good, test it occasionally, and never remove the batteries to use for something else. You also should have a carbon monoxide detector, and that should be flashing green. And know that it requires the battery to be charged for that element to continue to operate. So if you ever have allowed your battery to go completely dead on your RV or your travel trailer, you risk that not working. So you may even want to have a backup carbon monoxide detector, a portable one that just takes a battery, so that you never have to worry that your propane is leaking and that something could happen to your family. While RVing should be all about fun with family and friends, we need to also be aware of the safety features and the responsibility that it takes to make sure that we have the best outcome and the most wonderful time ever. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.